Hello and welcome to the Love Her podcast. My name is Laura. I am your host, and I am so excited to start this journey with you. This podcast is for the high achieving woman, the woman who has accomplished goal after goal, the woman who knows her potential, who knows her worth, who knows she is meant to make a bigger impact. And yet, she is a woman who feels stuck. This podcast is for the woman who is not only ready to own her success, but is ready to reach even higher. You are that woman. Let's rediscover what it means to be her. Hello, ladies. Welcome back to the Love Her podcast. I'm your host, Laura, a certified life coach and hypno breathwork facilitator. And I am so glad you're here because if you're a mother or hope to be one someday, this episode is for you. Today, we're going to get very real about motherhood. And I'm going to say something that many of us have thought but are afraid to admit out loud. So let's get right into it. I always knew I wanted to be a mother, but I never felt ready. I kept pushing it off. And here's my honest confession. I was terrified that becoming a mother meant losing myself. I believed that once I became a mom, I'd have to let go of her, the higher version of me who dreamed big and believed she was meant for more. I believed that once I became a mom, that would be all that I was, that every ounce of me would be poured into my family. And deep down, I was terrified that taking on this new role meant she would quietly disappear. Maybe you felt that too, that quiet fear that motherhood means losing yourself. Take a deep breath and know that you're not alone. You can always come back home to you. In fact, I want to do something together right now. I want you to just take a moment with me and close your eyes and take a deep breath into your belly. Hold it and exhale, let it go. Take a few more breaths just like this. As you breathe, feel her energy. She's still inside you. She hasn't gone anywhere. She's still whispering, waiting for you to listen. You can always return to this place, no matter how far you feel you've drifted. Ladies, whether you are a mother right now or are planning or hoping to be a mother one day, here is the truth. If you want to show up for your family as the best mother you can be, you have to give yourself permission to show up first for you. And this means allowing yourself to continue to dream, to imagine what's possible for you. It means allowing yourself to be authentic, not giving in to all the societal expectations. It means not comparing yourself to all the other moms. It means giving yourself the time and the energy to figure out what you want, what lights you up, what gives you energy. It's about what fulfills you, not just as a mother, but as the unique woman you are. It means allowing yourself to discover what your passions are. What are your dreams? Maybe your dream is starting your own business. Maybe it's going back to school or being a stay-at-home mom or traveling the world. Maybe it's simply learning to love yourself and feel gratitude so that you can enjoy the life you've created. You get to have your own unique vision for your life. Your dream is never wrong, never too big, never up for judgment. It's not better or worse than anyone else's. It's your dream. And what is the point of having this one precious life if you don't allow yourself to want more, to strive for more, and to grow and expand and really experience the ups and downs of life? Take a moment right now and let yourself imagine a life that feels exciting and expansive. What does that look like for you? I've talked about this on past episodes, but I always had this feeling that I was meant for more, but I didn't know what that meant. So I kept waiting. I kept waiting for my life to change. I got married at 29, and after 2 years, I finally gave into the question everyone kept asking: when's the baby coming? I still didn't feel ready, but I felt the pressure, and I knew the biological clock was ticking. And then we dealt with infertility for 4 years, 4 long years. Month after month, I waited, hoping, praying, and nothing happened. When I was finally diagnosed with PCOS, it felt like my body had betrayed me. I carried so much shame, so much fear that I might never become a mom. For most of my life, I had been searching outside of myself for my happiness. I was a high achiever. I had a lot to be proud of, but with each accomplishment, the inner joy eluded me. So even though I had my reservations about feeling ready to become a mother, I suddenly made it my mission. I was convinced it was my answer to my inner joy. And when my daughter was finally born, I thought she would complete me. I thought she would fill every empty space I had inside. But what I didn't realize then was that no one, not even a child, can fill the parts of you that you've abandoned yourself. That realization took time. At first, I poured everything into motherhood. My world became her. Every thought, every breath, every ounce of energy. And for a while, that gave me purpose. But slowly, I started to lose sight of who I was before her. I had abandoned myself because I had the belief that once you become a mom, your dreams no longer matter. I believed dreaming was only for children and that it would be selfish of me to want more. Becoming a mother fulfilled one of my greatest desires, but it also felt like I was closing the door on all the others. And if you are nodding your head right now, know that you are not alone. Yes, there are sacrifices in becoming a mother. Your life will change. That's a fact. But you don't have to sacrifice who you are. As I got deeper into motherhood and further from myself, I got the biggest surprise of my life. When my daughter was just 7 months old, I found out I was pregnant with my son. To say I felt overwhelmed would be an understatement. To make a long story short, in 16 months, we went from no kids to having two under two. It was a whirlwind. I barely felt like I had time to breathe, let alone think about my dreams. For the next year, I focused on being a mother. Motherhood became my entire identity. And here's the problem with that. I wanted my kids to dream big, to have courage, to believe in themselves. I wanted so much for them. But what I found is that when I was reading them the children's books that told them to dream big, to follow their desires, and that they could be whatever they wanted, inside, I didn't believe it was possible. I wondered if reading these stories was setting them up for a life of disappointment. Because, in all honesty, I didn't believe a bigger life was possible. I had wanted it my entire life, and I never figured it out. And now I was a mother, and that ship had sailed for me, so why would it be any different for them? And then something amazing happened. I hit my rock bottom. Okay, it definitely did not feel amazing in the moment. But when I turned 38, something shifted. I realized that my fear of losing myself in becoming a mother had come true. I didn't even recognize myself anymore. I was burnt out. And I made the decision to start making changes. I already discussed this moment in the first episode, but long story short, I did not have a big epiphany or take a big leap. I simply started listening to a podcast about self development, just like you are doing right now. And I started to shift my mindset. I started to listen again to the voice inside of me that kept insisting that I was meant for more. and I let myself start to dream again. Just little things at first, but it's the little things that start to shift your energy in a big way. I took a lot of small steps and I started to change. I started to discover more about myself. I started to pay attention to my wants and needs. I got curious about what I actually wanted out of my life, what I wanted to feel. I started to fill the space in me that felt so empty. And here's the biggest lesson I learned. If I want my kids to dream big, if I want them to be brave and choose courage and choose a life that excites them, I have to show them how. I can't just tell them. And I definitely can't tell them to go live their dreams when in the back of my mind, I'm questioning whether it's actually possible. If I continue reading the children's books thinking it's filling my kids' heads with impossible dreams, and I show up in an energy of defeat, they will see right through me. Kids are smart. Kids are always watching you, picking up on your energy, and they are hard to fool. And they learn the most through example. And as their mother, I finally realized I had to be the example. My job as a mother is first to believe for myself that I'm capable of living the life I desire, and then to do the work to create it, to show them the way. And that is exactly what I'm doing. And let me tell you, it has been a journey to get here, one with some of the highest highs and the lowest lows. And it's been a beautiful ride because I'm no longer settling. And my children have been witness to it all. They have seen mommy struggle, they've seen me succeed, and ultimately, they have seen me choose belief over and over again. And they are learning it's so possible to create a life that lights them up. And it doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. In fact, it will often feel hard, but in those moments, when you choose to keep going, you become a stronger, higher version of you. Ladies, if there's one thing that you remember from this episode, I hope it's this. Becoming a mother does not mean you have to give up on your dreams. Becoming a mother means your dreams are now bigger than you. You have the opportunity to teach your children to dream big, to follow those dreams, and that their dreams are worth fighting for. And when you have the courage to live a life that feels true to you, you show them it's possible. And now, I want to share a quick story with you from my journey. When I became certified as a life coach, my husband set up a desk for me in our spare bedroom, and this became my new office. It was a simple thing, but a profound moment. I have always wanted to start my own business, and for a very long time, it just felt like a fantasy. That night, all four of us, my husband, my kids, and me, sat in my office excited for what was to come, excited for what this meant for me and for our little family. And I was a little surprised to see just how thrilled the kids were about this new office of mine and this new adventure. And as I looked around the room and felt this new energy of hope, it all felt a little surreal. And then they left me alone for a few minutes to just have a moment to myself and take it all in. And when I went back upstairs, my daughter, who was 4 at the time, was sitting in our kitchen. She had fashioned her own desk out of boxes and pulled up her little chair and was typing away on a pretend laptop. When she saw me, she gave me the biggest smile and announced that she was just like mommy. She was starting her own business too. It was in that moment that so much hard work, so much frustration and tears and self doubt all became worth it. I had been telling myself that my dreams were so much bigger than me. Yes, they were mine, but they were also about my children. It was about becoming a better version of me, not just for me, but for them. And in that moment, I fully realized it was true. I was making an impact. I was being the example, and they were learning to dream. And I've never felt prouder of myself. Ladies, you are not selfish for wanting more. You are not selfish for wanting a life that lights you up. You have dreams for a reason because they are meant for you. And when you deny them, you deny your true self. You start to play a part, you start to feel overwhelmed and burnout, and you simply can't show up for yourself or your children in the way that you want to. When you have the courage to follow your desires and stay true to you, you become a higher version of you. That higher version is already inside of you. She's that voice that keeps whispering, life can be more. Just because you're a mother doesn't mean you can't continue to grow and expand and experience new things. You get to continue this your entire life. You get to change your mind. As your life changes and you grow, your desires will change and grow too. You can become the version of you that you dream of because you're not just a mom. You're not just a wife. You're not just a sister or friend or a daughter. You are a unique woman with your unique gifts and talents, and those are meant to be shared. Ladies, mommies, future mommies, if you forgot what it means to dream, I feel you so strongly. Most of us haven't allowed ourselves to fully dream without limits since we were children. We read the children's books too, the ones that told us anything is possible, that we could be and do anything we dreamed of. And I'm here to tell you, it's still true. When you give yourself permission to start dreaming again, you'll be amazed by all the possibilities that open up in your life. You are the only one standing in your way, and you are the only one with the power to get out of your way. You don't have to stay stuck in a state of overwhelm and burnout and playing a version of you that feels half alive. If that is what you are feeling right now, I see you, I feel you, because I was you. You are not alone. And 3 years ago, I made the best decision of my life. I hired a life coach. Not only was that my first real declaration that I believed in myself and my dreams, it also gave me the support and guidance from someone who believed in me too. Life coaching is life changing. There's this unwritten rule that we have to do it all, be the successful career woman, the perfect mom, the wife who keeps everything together, and make it all look effortless. But it's exhausting. When was the last time you had a moment just for you? To dream, to ask for support, to have someone truly believe in what's possible for you. The truth is, you don't have to do it all on your own, and you're not meant to. It's okay to ask for help and guidance. One of the greatest gifts in life is connection. It's connecting with like minded people and learning from them. If you see someone who has achieved what you want, it doesn't mean you can't have it. It means the opposite. If it's possible for them, it means it's possible for you too. They are the example for you. They are showing you the way. Hiring a life coach was a big step for me. It was a huge declaration that I knew I was capable of more. And when I worked with someone who believed in that too, someone who had already taken all the steps I so desperately wanted to take, it was amazing how quickly my mindset and my life began to change. And here's the crazy thing about my story. Having children terrified me because I thought it meant I would lose myself. But here's the truth. Having children is the very thing that saved me. It pushed me to find myself again because my life and my dreams became much bigger than just me. I could no longer settle for not having answers, for not having direction, for not knowing what I wanted out of life. I had to find my answers. I had to find myself. because I had to show my kids that life gets to be good and exciting and big and sometimes scary. Sometimes you'll fall, but what matters is that you get back up. I have fallen so many times since I started going for my dreams 4 years ago. And each time I've chosen to get back up because I know my kids are watching, they are learning, and they are my why. And I will choose to believe in me and my dreams over and over again because it means choosing them and it means showing them that their dreams are worth fighting for. My hope for you is that you know your dreams matter and you realize the impact you can make on these precious little souls when you have the courage to keep dreaming and take action towards them. My hope is that when you read your children the books that tell them to dream big, that you believe it too. So, whether you're a mom now or you hope to be someday, remember your dreams are your path to the life that you're meant for. If it's possible for me, it's so possible for you. You get to start dreaming again. You get to step into a higher version of you. You get to become her. Because when you choose to become her, your children learn that anything is possible, starting with you. If you're feeling ready, whether you know exactly what you want or you just feel that pull for more, I'd love to support you. Click the link in the show notes for a discovery call and let's explore what's possible for you. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I have so much gratitude for you, and I feel so honored to be on this journey together. If this episode resonated with you, I would appreciate it so much if you could rate, review, and subscribe or follow this podcast and share it with a powerful mom in your life to let her know that she gets to keep dreaming. She gets to keep becoming her. Let's build a community of inspiring women who know life can be more and have the courage to take action towards it. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Laura Kistner Coaching or sign up for my weekly newsletter so that you can keep up to date on future episodes and have first access to my one-on-one coaching openings. I believe in you, and I can't wait to see you becoming her.